What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. And we got some DFS to get into. But first, I gotta plug the brand, man, selfmadelyfe.com. Definitely come by, grab you some merch. We got them Self-Made Life Michigan edition tees in. We gotta rep the home state. Also got the winners win, man. Everybody been rocking with these. Got the all black with the white winners win. Self-Made Life on the back. Definitely grab you one of them. And if you're a real hustler, you know what I'm saying? Go getter, you on this movement, man. Make America self-made again, man. No handouts. All gas, no break, man. So definitely come check out the website. You know what I'm saying? Grab you some merch. But let's get into it, man. We're gonna close that out. Let's get into what y'all came for, man. We got a 6-game slate. So that's kind of good. Not too many games. Usually had 8 or 9. Spark up real quick. Not too bad last night. We doubled our money, so decent night. It's kind of hard to get back into that NBA swing because the NFL season will be going on so long. So I usually don't really get back into the NBA DFS until that Super Bowl over with. But we got a big gap with these playoff games right now, so need something to do through the week, man. But let's look at our slate first, man. So we got Miami, Philadelphia at 7. Do it better from up here. Yeah, we got Miami, Philadelphia at 7. We got Denver, Brooklyn, 7:30. That look like that's gonna be a high scoring. Utah at Cleveland, another 7:30 game. And then we got a popular game with the Lakers and the Rockets, big names. That start at 8:00. Then we got another 8:00 Spurs at the Thunder, and our West Coast game to finish it off at 10:30. The late boy. We got the Pacers at Golden State. Be aware, Pacers just played last night against the Kings, so the Pacers are on a second half of a back-to-back. So that's important to note. Even though Vegas still got that game close, but that's important to note. So there go the games. Early totals. We're looking at some games we want to stay away from. Look like that Miami-Philadelphia game is going to be very low scoring at 207. I know Philadelphia got the COVID issue, so we're going to see what's up with their roster because there should be some value with the 76ers. Another game, that Utah versus Cleveland look like that's going to be a slow pace defensive game. Jazz is a 10-point favorite. So remember, low totals. We stay away from all low totals. And then of course we got that Golden State game. That's at 2:30. So our two high scoring games look like the Denver at Brooklyn game, which Denver been in a lot of high scoring close games. I like going against Denver. And of course the Golden State game. Okay, so we got that. Let's get into our roster real quick. So first thing first, you got to check on injuries. Now LeBron, he stay on the injury report, but he usually plays. So I wouldn't too much worry about LeBron. Kyrie, we know this has been a big story. Kyrie is out. They say he probably gonna be out the next 3 games. So anytime I hear Kyrie out, we already know fire up LeVert. He basically giving you Kyrie production at a lower price. Hopefully his price ain't shoot up. because we see Kyrie is still around 9,000. I don't see LeVert name here, so I think we still getting a discount for LeVert. But oh yeah, we getting LeVert. Yeah, his price is still. I like it at 7.6. I still like it because he can give you 50-point production. So anytime Kyrie out, fire up LeVert, man. So we're gonna pencil him in. And you know what? Let's get creative. Let's put him at the 3. That way we have some room for some more guards. We're gonna put him in at the 3. Definitely get the lineup started like that. That's big production right there. We finished working our way down this injury list. AD hip. Yeah, I think he played their last game. So if we don't hear any news about AD missing a game, basically like the LeBron situation, they just doing their due diligence. Listen, you can't lie anymore in this professional sports. Even if a player has like a little nick or something, you gotta write him down as questionable. So I wasn't too much worried about the Lakers' big 2. Yeah, Ben Simmons. Let's see. Okay, so Ben Simmons is expected to return. I don't know about his backups. There still might be some value at that backup point guard position with Philly. We'll have to wait till we get further down this list. Okay, here's some big news. Bam is out for Tuesday due to COVID. So you got to think about that. We do have the replacement. We're gonna see who the replacement is. But on the other side, I like with no Bam, even though they're still a defensive team, I like Joel Embiid if they play. Because he's just gonna have he had a good matchup before, but without Bam, it's gonna be hard for them to stop Embiid. So let's see who we can look at potentially filling in for him at that center position. So let's see, because it looks like Kelly plays the 4. He's also questionable. Okay. Wow. So the value, guys, look like the value is on the Heat. It says the Heat have 8 players unavailable due to COVID-19 protocols. So Olynyk is poised to play a heavier role than usual Tuesday, assuming the games goes as scheduled. So wow, the Heat. Be on the lookout for this Heat game, man. It could possibly get canceled, but we're gonna see, because I know it's a game already canceled, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like that Boston Bulls game got postponed. I don't know if that's supposed to go down today, but let's see if they say anything, man, because that might get canceled. With all these players missing, man. See, it's not like football, where football you got a big roster, man. Basketball, when the dude is getting, he can't play because of the close contact, that can potentially be 4 to 5 people. That's half of a team. So we need to see if they're gonna cancel this game, man. Let's see what's going on. Because you don't want to pick no Heat players and the game get canceled. So let's see if we can get any quick news. See what ESPN talking about. Okay, so I'll say just keep a lookout for this Heat game. It could get canceled. That's a messy situation. Definitely see, that's the thing about NBA. You definitely got to keep your ears to the streets, man. Because we see Deadspin saying They kind of sound like they think it might play today. Let's see. Wow. See, you gotta watch that too, because when the games get canceled, DraftKings or FanDuel don't tell you nothing. So you'll be having a lineup sitting there earning no points, wasting bread. Okay, so this is more of an article, but yeah, man. Let's get back to it. But I'll just say keep a lookout, man. Because it's one of the early games. So if we get word that this game is on, I would say definitely come back here for value. I just don't want to dig too deep and the game get canceled. That will waste a lot of big part of the video. So I'm just gonna tell y'all this. If this Heat versus 76er game get played today, this is where your value at. They missing 8 players. It's common sense. So we're gonna kind of get off that because that's something y'all gonna have to do on your own. I can't get into everything about that right now because we don't know. Like I said, we don't know for sure what's going on, but definitely look out for some value there. We got DeRozan out. Okay, so with DeRozan out, that should definitely open up some scoring options. Let's look at it. To me, that gives more shots for LA, but let's see. Initially, look like Johnson off the bench maybe should get to start. That's what it looked like. No matter of fact, we can just click on the team name to really get the lineup. Shout out covers.com too, man. I definitely recommend covers for all your odds, totals, things like that, spreads. So let's see. They changed it up. I mean, they usually had the lineup. We can look at the last game still though. Against Minnesota, see what lineup they ran. Okay, so yeah, Johnson is starting for DeRozan. So if you're looking for look like some wings scoring, we got to see what the matchup. But I also like, their guards too with DeRozan out. Their guards got to take on more of a scoring. Of course, we know LA. To me, LA shoots up the most because he becomes the number one scorer on the team. So definitely keep him in the running. Players to look at tonight, and he's still cheap too. Both of them cheap. Johnson 6,000. Look like we getting LA at 6. Yeah, we're getting both of them cheap on the road, and we knew he just had that big explosive game versus the Lakers too, and Minnesota. Look like he dominated them. So that's why NBA really is all about injuries, man. The more injury news you have, the better it be because it gives you direction. John Wall, let's see what's going on with him. Wall was unable to practice Monday due to migraine, and his status for Tuesday contest remains in question. Okay, so stay alert for that John Wall news. Look like Eric Gordon is also questionable, so we could be seeing some value coming out that Houston backcourt if both of them play. I like Gordon if Wall don't play just because Gordon always does better when he has, more touches at that guard spot. Even though we still have we still got Harden, so it's not going to be too many opportunities, but Harden hasn't been performing well himself, so I definitely. But we also know that Harden plays good versus LA. He's from LA. Last game out, okay, 42, so not typical Harden. That's like a low, like it's crazy. A 40-point game is like low for Harden, just because we so used to him going crazy. But Harden is another dude I'll definitely look at tonight. Let's finish going down these injury lists. Like I said, I'm staying away from Miami players right now, just until I get further news. Michael Porter Jr. is still out, and we all know the value we get with Michael Porter Jr. being out is Will Barton. He starts, and it looked like we got a good matchup, so we might have to go back to that well. I know he let me down, but oh yeah, this is a Brooklyn team that without Kyrie, right? They got Durant back, but we know when they miss one of their stars, we can definitely attack Brooklyn. So how much is Will Barton? His price should have went down some. Oh yeah, he's at 5,700 still. Yeah. So definitely, I'll take a look at Will Barton. You know, this is going to be a high scoring game. I actually like Will Barton. It's a high scoring game. It's going to be close, and we want to touch. The goal is to touch these games. You want to touch them high scoring games as anywhere as possible. So yeah, let's go ahead and throw Will Barton on there because we got we still got LeVert in there, so we can put LeVert at the 1. Get a little game stack going, not a full game stack, but when you get, you know what I'm saying, he got the matchup now because he won't be checking. He won't be checking Durant. He'll be, oh, okay, he will be up against Durant because they got Durant at 3. So, Durant is a good defender, but I think Will Barton be motivated. So right now, and they're still trying to get their team chemistry. So that Durant play don't scare me. Going against Durant don't scare me as much. He's coming off a good game. Yeah, see, and he's coming off a game where he struggled, so he's going to be looking to bounce back. So, go ahead, throw Will Barton on there. All right, let's finish getting through this. Victor Oladipo. Now, remember I said Indiana played last night, so let's see what's going on. Oladipo wouldn't commit to his status for Tuesday game against the Warriors, though he appeared to suggest following Monday's loss to the Kings that he would likely rest for the second half of the back-to-back. Okay, so we already know NBA teams, they rest their star players for back-to-back games. So, all right, so Oladipo's clarified as doubtful. Okay, so it's a back-to-back. So once again, and that's when it's good to know what's going on because you see the spread say this game is going to be close, but we just got to confirm that Oladipo is out. That's why you see it kind of jumped a little bit Golden State way because yeah, that's a big offense they're missing, big piece of their offense. So with Oladipo out and he plays the 3, let's see who would most likely get that start. So I'm thinking with Oladipo out, we should see we're probably gonna see both of the Holiday brothers up there. And if I had to choose between the two, I would definitely take Justin. So it's a lot of value. There's definitely a lot of value on this slate. There's definitely a lot of value on the slate. Where he at? You know, you see this another banged up team. What the hell? On the right team, man. Salary. Here you go, 5,000. Okay, so Justin Holiday got the start. So he got the start due to the Warren injury, but TJ Warren is probably going to be out again. And now we got Victor Oladipo out, probably going to be out because of the back-to-back. So I look at in that starting lineup, besides Malcolm and Sabonis, I think Justin Holiday is in for another night of a good performance. Second night of a back-to-back. His first night starting was last night, so it's not like he's going to be like fatigued or anything. And like I said, with Victor out, that's more shots. So I expect him to bounce back from that game he had against Sacramento. So there's another player, and he plays the 3. I like Holiday, though, a lot in that position. We know Golden State plays a fast, up and down pace game. And you got to make sure you don't pick the wrong brother because there's 2 of them. We don't want Aaron Holiday. We want Justin Holiday. Aaron Holiday, I think, is more of a defender. I know he's the younger one, I believe. But, yeah, make sure you get Justin Holiday. Now, these players are not in a particular order, or this is not my actual lineup. I'm just showing you players that I like and, just take it from there. The Kevin Love news we kind of already knew about. If a player been hurt, I'm not going to go through it. I like to do the current news, the fresh injuries. Yeah, the Seth Curry news, like I said, just on that game, wait till about 5 o'clock. I might come back and do an update on that game just to let y'all know. But I don't really want to speak on it because if that game get canceled, like I said, I really don't want to waste no time on it if it get canceled. So if this game does, I say around 5:30, if I get word that this game is going down, I'm gonna come back and give you all the info on that game because there's gonna be a lot of value that we need to get on top of before everybody, crowds it up. Let's check out Eric Gordon because we seen in the wall news left leg tightness. Okay, so it says Sterling Brown should get minutes. Yeah, hopefully. I don't know. Just get some news though, because left leg tightness. That sounds like lower leg. Yeah. Okay, could be some cramping or something like that. So, yeah, we're a little early, but definitely because it can be a lot of value in that Houston backcourt if him and John Wall sit. D. White, he only played 1 game this year, so not that big. Yeah. Like I say, watch this game, man. This is gonna be the tricky game. I guarantee this game gonna win people some money, man. A lot of injuries in this game, man. Due to COVID. A lot of injuries. Chris is out. He should open up. This probably open up some value down low for Golden State. We know they still got that nice young core big man, but yeah, okay. So for injuries, look like we good right now, man. I ain't gonna go through all of them. A lot of them been hurt, but from the injury news, them the 3 players I like for as they're getting an increased role due to injury. So I would say definitely if you can get all 3, get all 3, but I would definitely use some of them players to build my lineup around. Now, the games I want to target, with the news to Oladipo, I think Golden State could possibly beat them by 7 to 8 points. So I don't think that game is going to be as close. But I do like, I like some Golden State guys in that game, especially down low, because I should have played some of the Kings. Some of them Kings guys went off against Indiana last night, and they're getting Indiana on the back-to-back. So, Matter of fact, we can almost lock in Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins might be my lock of the day, man. Indiana on the back-to-back. No Victor Oladipo. Yeah, Andrew Wiggins might be my lock of the day. He's averaging 30 at home. But let me show y'all. Matter of fact, I'm just going to show y'all my lineup. I don't think I can show y'all full lineups, but we going to see. Let's go to contest. I guarantee they probably had Harrison Barnes. Or matter of fact, I played Harrison Barnes last night. Yeah, I played him against Indiana, and that's another thing too. As you play night to night, you're gonna get more familiar with who certain positions perform good against certain teams. And long story short, I played Harrison Barnes last night, right? Against Indiana. The man went off for almost 50 points. He gave him a 30 ball. Guess who played that same position? Andrew Wiggins. So food for thought. I would lock Andrew Wiggins, and you're gonna get low ownership just because it's the last game. But I would lock Andrew Wiggins in that lineup tomorrow. Today. I would definitely lock in Andrew Wiggins. We've seen Harrison Barnes just torched him for 30 points, 8 rebounds from a small. And he's a scorer, but he's not even like a crazy scorer like that. So if he can do it, we know Andrew Wiggins can definitely put in some work. So we going, you know what I'm saying, just some free game right there. Okay. Let's get back to this lineup. Now, the games, or the we would call them studs. The studs I want to target is, I'm not gonna lie. This is the game I'm targeting right here. This Denver-Brooklyn game, man. They got everything you want. It's the highest total, and it's a pick 'em basically. So that means the starter's gonna get crazy minutes, potentially overtime. I also like this Golden State Indiana game, just because probably that pace is going to be a little crazy in that game. Of course, I like the Lakers versus Houston game, but it's just, LeBron and AD are priced high, so they got to be in a crush spot. Which this might be a good night to look at the Lakers too, though, because a lot of attention we're gonna see on Denver and Brooklyn games. So this can be a night to where you can play a LeBron and an Anthony, but they haven't been, chemistry is a little off. We see against him, he only had 38. So if you want some lower ownership, though, you can definitely look at the Lakers. I like LeBron against Houston. We know LeBron can get in triple-double mode because of the game flow of this game. So, there's different ways you can go, but when it comes to the studs, the two studs I like, and I probably gonna have in my lineup is Jokic, which he's playing lights out right now. I like Jokic. We know what he can give you, and he's coming off 2 lower games, so he's looking for to have a big performance. We know KD is back off the injury, and I didn't speak about KD too much, but without Kyrie, I think KD is another lock. Let me write him down. I think Durant is another lock just because we know he's the leader of the offense now, and until KD gets back. I wouldn't mind stacking up him and LeVert just because you're gonna get basically 70 to 80% of Brooklyn's perimeter offense with that stack. So I definitely wouldn't mind stacking them up tonight. And then Jamal Murray is another one, no Kyrie and no Dinwiddie either. So I doubt they'll be able to defend that point guard position like they want to. We see he's coming off a quiet game where they had a blowout. So it's definitely a time to buy low on him. So I'm definitely going to be exploring some type of game stack. I like this game, man. I like this game. And it's one of the first games. So you can definitely get your lineup out the way. You ain't got to be waiting all night, but that's my game to stack. Brooklyn, Denver. That's the game I will focus on. And yeah, man, I think I'm gonna cut it in right there. I'm gonna either come back and do another video to update y'all about the this Miami Philly game, because this will be the game where all your value coming from. But if it don't get canceled, I'm definitely gonna give y'all an update video just so y'all can know who to target. If you got any lineup ideas, any questions, leave it in the comments. You know, of course, subscribe to the channel, Self-Made Life TV. Go get some merch, selfmadelife.com, and y'all have a good day, man. I'm gone.